now that we got the story element out of the way, let's go ahead and dive into more story elements. Yay! Hey there, people of the internet world. Welcome back to Let's Play Valkyrie Profile. So, after sending Lucian up into Asgard for Chapter 6, we're good, and we shouldn't have to send any more people after that. But it's probably a good idea to do so anyway. I wouldn't send more than one in Chapter 6, just to make sure, but you do just need to send Lucian up, just to make that one clear. Anyway, with that said then, we set up ourselves some pretty good story there, so why don't we go ahead and see what kind of story we're going to jump into next, just as we get going with some story elements. Let's see what our first spiritual concentration is going to bring us.
Please, I beg of you, sir. Please keep this a secret. No!
I see. That's how it is. So, how did you scam this one, my dear?
Before the battle begins, Magnus will perform a rite of blessing to bolster the troops' morale. This will be our only chance. Letitia, back me up. If this goes any further, the Order of Knights will be...
Well, we haven't been here in a while, and I wasn't expecting this one, to be honest. I was expecting someone else. Which, spoilers, I know which character we're gonna run into, but for the sake of things, I don't know who we're running into. Haha. Also, hi, Weevil from Yu-Gi-Oh! How you doing? Oh, I didn't remember Weevil being in this, actually. Interesting. That is interesting to know, though. Huh. Alright, well, there's something going on here in Krell Montferrain. Again, it's been a while since we actually been here. I'm kind of surprised it took us this long to come back here. But there is something going on here, and we may as well take a look and see what it is. So let's see what's going on in Krell Montferrain once again.
freaks look like trouble.
Well, they're not trouble, but yeah, believe it or not, this is our first time in a long time, since Arngrim and Jolanda even, that we have a boss battle in the middle of a story. This hasn't happened in so long. I'm almost surprised we have to do this again. But I'm glad this one happened when it did, for reasons, but I'll explain that another time. But notice what she said a moment ago. This woman knows Valkyrie as well, and on top of that, she was trying to comment on what her armor's color was. Light blue? Black? She doesn't remember it ever being pale blue, which is what Valkyrie is. She's wearing pale blue with her like little arm sides and her helmet and such. She does have light blue on her, but it's not predominantly. It's what's the word I'm looking for? It's like unanimously, I guess. That's a word for it. That's not the right word, but I'm gonna go with that. It's unanimously like pale blue. So she remembers black or pale blue? What does that mean exactly? Well, it does mean something rather important, actually. But because this is a boss fight, we can't really sit here and talk about it. So instead, we gotta fight against Genevieve? I think it's Genevieve. Genevieve sounds better. Genevieve here, she's an interesting boss, and this actually isn't the last time we're gonna be able to see her. This is the first, but it won't be the last. Trust me when I say that. But for now, Genevieve, we just gotta take her out. So...
How dare you! How dare you! How dare you!
And when you know it, she's a wimp. She is a pretty big wimp. Because this is a story boss, so they have to be wimps. Well, I'm sure, Magnus will get his comeuppance soon enough, I'm sure. But, yeah, there was a lot going on in that scene, actually. A lot more than, like, most stories do, actually. Kind of surprised that she gets that much story. And a boss fight in the middle of story mode. I'm really surprised by that. But, this raises a couple of questions. Like that Genevieve, excuse me, saying something about Valkyrie's armor, and saying it's been ages since they met. It really makes me wonder, who exactly was it that Genevieve actually met that said that looked like Valkyrie, but was wearing black armor? I'm rather curious of that. Oh well. Alright, so with that said then, we got ourselves a new party member. And, I really don't care too much for this character, but it's still a character, so... It is Jayle. Jayle is the only woman swordsman in the game. Just like how Alia is the only female spearwoman in the game. And, yeah, I wonder about her. For what she is, or who she is and such, she's not a bad character. Her attacks are just kind of mediocre, honestly. I feel they're really mediocre. So, yeah, it's, I don't really like using her all that much, but I will show her off a little bit because it's still a new character, and like in the proper staples, we gotta make sure we show off each of the characters at least once in their entire lifetimes, just so we can see what kind of powers they have and such. But, let's see here. Yeah, I'll just give her a radiant sword for now. Let's see, I reboot everything else, so it should be... I ruined everything else, right? Yeah, I ruined everything else. Oh, right. Oh, right. She's different. She's a lady. Ah, she's a lady. Oh, well. But yeah, I could have sworn we bought another Valor Hound somewhere. Yeah, there's another Valor Hound somewhere. Oh, you have it. You're supposed to have the aerial garland, woman. What the hell's wrong with you? What the hell? I thought it was because Jayle was a woman that she couldn't equip them or something. Jeez. Making me think that something else was going on there. Freaking woman. Oh well. Alright, well, it's nothing special. Alright, so give her that. Does Bastina need anything else to learn? Actually, yeah, she needs a lot to learn. So let's get rid of a place of the Zoe and give her an emerald necklace so she can actually continue leveling up and such. Alright, so that's it. We're all good there. As for Jayle does have Brave. So if you didn't send Yume in Chapter 5 and instead sent Lucian up in Chapter 5, you could send Jayle because she has Brave and she can learn Monster Intelligence and Hit. But I felt more comfortable sending Yume, and another thing is that you don't get many points for sending a sorcerer in this chapter. So you do kind of want to send a swordsman of some kind, and I feel Lucian fit this spot really well. I just feel like he really does. Just saying. But yes, that is Jayle, and that is it. We are good to go. So next time we will actually face off in a dungeon, a proper dungeon at that. So yeah, we're gonna have some fun with the dungeons. With some more castles, with some more caves, with some more towers. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I feel so excited getting into new dungeons here. Oh, I can't tell you. It's gonna be fun. So with that said, skibatu. And until our first dungeon, goodbye to you. Laters!